How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Gauntlet of Gaming, where these hands are rated E for everyone. My name is Malik.
I'm Francis.
I'm John.
I'm Santiago.
And today, we're going to be talking, pretty much just going straight into it. We're going to be talking about games that have gotten us through the quarantine, through the stay-at-home order that has basically been preventing us from going outside, hanging out with people, things like that. It's just, yeah, talking about stuff like that that just kept us sane. Because, I mean, all four of us are gamers, and we all know that if it wasn't for playing video games, we probably would have all lost our minds and become cavemen by this point. So, keeping that in mind, before we go into the deep discussion, the first thing that I want to say is don't forget about our social medias. So, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. Most of our stuff is on YouTube. So, on all platforms except for Twitter, we are the Gauntlet of Gaming. On Twitter, we are the Gauntlet with a 4 instead of an A. You can find all those links in the description down below if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're listening on Spotify, well, you're out of luck. You're just kind of out of luck. So yeah, that's the usual stuff. People keep reminding me to talk about the fact that we have merch, even though I don't see these people buying the merch. So one, shut up. But two, yes, if you do want to wear some shirts, sweatshirts, tank tops, even stickers to represent that you are a member of the Gauntlet of Gaming, because as we always say, you guys are the thumb. You are the fifth part of the Gauntlet. If you want to, you know, wear and represent, you can find links to that as well on almost every platform. Unfortunately, that we don't have that on social media and on Twitch yet, but we do have it on YouTube. And we gotta just fix that. So I'll get on that eventually. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah. Question of the day for those who are watching is, you know, what game or games are keeping you sane throughout the quarantine? You know, what are you playing? I have a suspicion that a lot of the answers we get are going to be Animal Crossing, which is fine. Perfectly justified.
I'm playing Fortnite, bro.
You are not
Francis, you have not touched Fortnite once.
You've looked at Fortnite and went, oh, nice, and then closed the book on it.
Yeah, you haven't touched Fortnite since the last time we all played together.
Last time we played
Apex,
Gauntlet.
bro. Warzone,
No,
bro.
you aren't playing
Catch me in
Apex.
Warzone, bro.
You've played about as much Fortnite as Malik has read that Star Wars book in his room.
That's about it.
That's fair.
Who reads during quarantine? It's all about video games.
Oh
man.
my gosh, so many people read.
I know. I have a book on the side of my bed here.
Bunch of nerds.
All I hear
reading.
or all I see are posts where it's just like, wow, so many books that I've gone through, and I'm just like, wait, there are people out there who read books? I thought they were just for decoration. That's why I have the bookshelf in the back during every single stream. I'm supposed to read those? Dang it, I have to read Bleach again? Alright, I'm down. I'm down to read Bleach one more time.
That's a lot.
Dude, I just started the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. I'm there. I'm finally there.
At least it's not as long as One Piece. Can you imagine?
I don't want to talk about how long One Piece is. I don't even want to think. I don't want
We're here to talk about Bleach. Wait, no, we're not.
I don't want to think about that. What I want to think about is the potential for a Bleach video game. Hopefully one day, please. Bandai Namco, somebody, help.
Send a little love to us.
Make it good, please.
Yeah, well, yeah, most definitely. Don't.
Hold on, you can't have two things.
Yes, you can.
You can have one. Only one.
John, that's what Jump Force was. We don't want another Jump Force.
Jump Force was one thing. You only got it.
And you notice how none of us have streamed/played it in forever.
I started and then stopped.
People asked for it though.
Well, because there were real trailers made it look so good, and then like you start seeing the models from Jump Force outside of Jump Force, and it's like, oh, this don't look right.
Yeah, like you want to talk about the opposite of our podcast, games that are not keeping us sane during quarantine? It is most definitely not Jump Force. I even thought, like, I had a sinful moment where I was just like, all right, maybe, just maybe, I'll re-download Jump Force and play as the Bleach characters just to give it a... Nope. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So, yeah, that's the automatic game that didn't keep me sane during quarantine. But I will say this. a game that has been keeping me sane during quarantine, that I would say has been keeping pretty much all of us sane during quarantine, is most definitely Monster Hunter World.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, I think Monster Hunter World has for some strange reason, there's been two aspects of Monster Hunter World that have like most definitely been keeping us entertained. One is helping Santi now that he's got a new PlayStation working. You know, getting Santi up into not even master rank, because before the goal was just beat the game. Like the goal was just help Santi beat the game, and then after that, Santi was just like, guys, I did a thing. We were just like, oh no. I was like, oh, it was too easy.
It was too easy because of the Guardian armor. That armor is literally supposed to walk you through it.
Boy, please, it was easy because the three of us came in and murdered the monsters.
I wasn't gonna point out the obvious.
Well, nobody else knew that.
It was easy because you guys carried me through base game.
Yeah, like
normally I didn't really have to start trying till Iceborne.
Normally the Palicos will like carry you on a cart when you're dead, but we just carried you on a cart as a way of celebration. We were just like, beware monsters. You're the one who's gonna end up on the cart.
Santi, I want to know how you survived us carrying you. When people carry me, I get bored. I feel like I'm useless in the group, man.
It was just like a part of why I was able to stay entertained so much is seeing you guys just jack up these huge monsters and just completely beat them into the ground.
Oh man, pancaking a low-ranked monster is probably the best feeling I ever had.
Oh god, no. Pancaking a master rank monster is the best feeling ever.
Well, I'll do that, but on occasion, not as much as I did it in low ranks.
Like, when Malik helped me with Volcana, right? We finally got to the point in the story fight where Volcana wouldn't go back to sleep, and then we just blew it up, and then we womboed Volcana just into nothingness. It felt so good.
Like it was one of the few.
Right?
Yeah, I was rocking my fire charge blade.
Yeah, and I was rocking the glaive, and it was one of the few times, because like I don't get to play video games offline that often anymore. Between streaming, teaching, and everything else, it's just like I don't really get to. I feel like every other professional streamer now, where it's just like the only time I play video games is when you're actually watching me play video games. But unfortunately, when that happened, we weren't streaming, and I was just like, dang it, we should have recorded that.
I don't. Hearing Volcana get womboed sounds fun. We should go do that after this.
No. I don't want to fight Volcana any more than I need to.
I still need 4 more crown horns.
I was about to say.
I do too.
I need some crown horns.
God.
Why do we need so many? And that's such a rare drop.
Because we weren't hitting the face hard enough.
No, we never were. It's
Wait.
so fast though.
What cracks me up though is the hunt that Santi and I were doing had 4 gold and 2 silvers and still only got 1 crown horn.
I still only got I got the break part and then the 1 in the silver slot, and that was it.
Oh,
and I was just like, game. Hey, can we have a talk? Like, can we just chat? What are you doing to me right now?
Like, I've almost gotten more crystals than I have crown horns, and that's insane.
Oh, like jewels?
No, like the Volcana crystals.
Yeah, like the 1-star rewards.
1-star drop.
Got it.
Silver ones.
It's ridiculous.
So Monster Hunter's been your sane game, huh?
It's been one of them. I mean, granted, like for me personally, when it comes to games that have been keeping me sane during quarantine, obviously it's going to be games that we've been streaming because, again, that's pretty much the time that I've been able to play games. But I mean, there are some games that I have been playing that you guys, I mean, either A, you guys just don't see me playing it because it's either on my Vita, or, you know, it's Killer Instinct.
Or Minecraft.
No, oh god.
He never plays Minecraft.
I played Minecraft once, and I seriously picked up Minecraft. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna play Minecraft with friends. And so I played Minecraft with friends, and while everyone else was like being strategic and they were figuring things out, and they're like, oh, we're gonna go raid this area, we're gonna go mine over here, we're gonna farm this, and I sat there and I was just like, hey guys, I built a hut.
I think I was there.
Yeah. That was like way.
Minecraft, you gotta play modded Minecraft.
That was like 2015.
Was that with Jack?
I think that was 2015. Yeah.
I think that was with Jack. Yeah.
And it was just like everyone was just like, Malik, join the server with us. And I was like, I don't play Minecraft. And they're like, it's okay, we'll carry you. And I'm like, how do you carry someone
You
in
don't really
Minecraft?
carry someone in Minecraft.
Yeah, like how do you carry someone in Minecraft?
It wasn't that it was carry. We told him that we'd basically just be fighting things the entire night. And he was totally down with that. But we didn't end up fighting everything the entire night. We basically just built things.
All I remember was that there was like a 45-minute discussion over where something should be placed and what it should be named on the map. And I was just like,
I didn't name. So
I was just like, all right, this is ladies and gentlemen, we got him. This is Minecraft.
I just made a treehouse.
thanks, Francis.
Just made a treehouse.
I just want to sit here and farm my wheat.
Like,
Yeah, that's all basically I did.
my lifelong goal, if I ever was to go into Minecraft, was to build an underground bunker. Like, everyone always builds these high castles, they build these luxurious houses and things like that. And I'm like, how come I've never seen underground bunkers?
Because things spawn underground.
So, that's the fun part.
That's the bad part. You don't want things inside your house.
Hey, if you don't build a
I've seen somebody
military...
build the Mines of Moria in Minecraft, and I was like,
no, I lost my mind when I saw that.
I was like, this is way beyond my ability.
See, if
When I
you...
see people making like full-on portraits on Minecraft, I lose it. I'm all like, what do you mean you just made Spider-Man out of 800 by 800 block set? What? Why did you do that?
That's simple. It's just engineering. Come on now, we know this.
Art.
We can do this. What's it called? Yeah, no, if you can't build an underground bunker and properly defend it, then why are you playing Minecraft? Get good, scrubs.
Because creative mode?
Creative mode.
Yeah. Francis and I both went there.
God.
I play Minecraft.
I hate
build stuff. I don't want to fight stuff.
If you ask any of the people that I played Minecraft with back in the days, they know, you will all hear them say one thing about me, and that was I never played creative mode. I only ever played survival. I told them that I will earn my stuff.
Wait, what the heck is creative mode?
So
Lets
creative
you fly
mode,
around, and you can just spawn in any item you want.
Gary's mod.
Oh, so
where
it's...
you can just spawn anything you want at any time.
It's
You have every
baby's
Creative
version
mode
of
is
Minecraft.
exactly what it sounds like. It's for people who are trying to be creative.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's baby's Minecraft.
Yeah, so whatever equipment I had, I did it out of survival. I did it out of picking it myself. I did it out of finding it myself. So I built like a huge castle on that server, and it took me some like 3 days to do it because I was playing survival. And all my friends were all like, well, you know, our castles are amazing. I have a pond and a bamboo garden, and I have a train that goes around, and I'm like, and I got a castle with 4 doors on it. I'm good.
I made a torch.
But enough about Minecraft, because I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
not a single one of us have been playing it.
No, super.
And I have it on my laptop and my Switch.
You have it on your Switch, really?
I
Actually,
think you're getting out.
you know what? That's an interesting
It was there
question.
when I was playing it.
Here's an
That's not a
interesting
bad
question.
idea.
Who's been playing their Switches, and what have you been playing?
I've been playing my Switch.
My sister's been playing my Switch.
That's not the point. That doesn't answer the question.
That wasn't the question.
Which one of you have been playing your Switch, and what have you been playing?
I've been playing my Switch, and I've been playing. It's been a cross between Animal Crossing and also Diablo 3. I like hopping in every now and then and just messing stuff up. And also, there's one more game, and I can't remember it. Pokemon Shield. Because
Gotcha.
I'm waiting for the DLCs.
Yeah. Which first one drops next month? Question mark?
July. I think they pushed it.
Oh, okay. So, looks like my Switch isn't getting any love anytime soon.
Really?
Yeah, and that's the reason why I asked. Because, like, Francis, you've also been playing Animal Crossing as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I know Animal... What's up?
I was playing a lot of Diablo until I got the PS4, and then I've just been sinking all my time into Monster Hunter.
Yeah. Because, yeah, like, I switched on my... Because I go to my Switch every now and then to see, like, if anything's been updated on the eShop and whatnot. You know, if any new games I'm interested in and things and such. But... yeah, no, I look at my friends list and it's just overblown with Animal Crossing, Animal Crossing, Animal Crossing, to the point where I'm just sitting there and I'm like, there's no music, you know, there's no ambient noise, it's just my fan spinning, and I know where I just hear doo 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 doo. I'm like, where is this coming from? What's going on? No, Switch, don't tell me that you want me to get this game.
It's a sign.
I'm not buying the game.
Catch me on it in July when the new Paper Mario game comes out.
Now that's gonna keep. If we're still in quarantine by July, we're not gonna be able to see you anytime soon. You're gonna just be playing that.
But like Santi could not join us on the podcast today because he's playing Paper Mario.
I mean, honestly,
it looks really good. The trailer looks hype, and then they brought back turn-based combat.
I feel like that's gonna be me towards the end of May, because it's like we get stuff for both Dragon Ball and for Mortal Kombat, and I'm just like, gotta play Mortal Kombat again, and gotta play DBFZ again. But also Ultra Instinct Goku, which I've been saying we've been needing since the game came out, so I'm hyped. I'm scared, but I'm hyped.
He looks so good. I hope he's not a counter character. He looks like he's gonna be a counter character.
If he's a counter character, it's okay. I'm just gonna swap out Goku Black, and I'm just gonna try my best to learn how to play him. I have to. There's no way that my most requested character in the entire game actually shows up in the game, and I just give up on him. Cause
they're like, okay, we'll give you UA Goku, but he's gonna be hard to play.
Yeah, get good, suckers. Oh man, which is disappointing, but you know, we have a saying where I'm from. It'd be like that sometimes.
You know what? We got Kefla, and she's not a counter character, so I'm happy.
And she's
Kefla
better
my
than
most requested character.
Oh my gosh, I wish you had your copy of DBFZ, because I really want to play some more. Because like, aside from Killer Instinct, which has been keeping me sane, DBFZ is just such a great fighting game, and I want to play it more.
And what if I lost my copy? I have no idea what I did with it. I still can't find it.
It's a tragedy.
Like I found my copy of Chrono Trigger before I found my copy of Fighters.
Right, and that's a smaller copy than anything else. Because it's the small little DS cartridges, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What the heck? Come on, Gravity. Just drop it in his lap for us, please. Please. So, okay. Switch, as far as Switch, it's just been, what is it called? Animal Crossing. John's got some Diablo going. Honestly, I actually have to think about this now. I'm like, what have I been playing on my Switch? The answer is probably nothing. Now that
I was going to say, I think you've been mostly just doing the schoolwork and Monster Hunter whenever we're on.
Because, like, if you see me online, usually I'm just collecting my Zenny and Dragon Ball Fighters. I re-downloaded games. Like, I re-downloaded Ace Attorney, the entire trilogy collection on there. And I think I re-downloaded Saints Row. Because I keep talking about how, like, I want a role-playing game on the Switch. That just, you know, that I want to invest a bunch of my time into. And funny enough, the game I've been begging for so long, it's coming, but it's not on the Switch, and it's called Ghost of Tsushima. And I'm just like, dang it. I'm happy, but I'm sad. Because it's like, alright, cool. You want to talk about a game that's going to keep me sane during the quarantine? It's definitely going to be Ghost of Tsushima. Unless they surprise me and somehow make it piss poor, I'm going to be playing that game for a probably very long time.
Speaking of, I started playing a new game. It was free, and it's Elder Scrolls Blades.
Oh God! Oh
no!
Oh
Francis,
God,
no.
Francis, you poor fool!
Why?
Have you been enjoying it?
Greed. But that's the greed.
It was free.
I get that, but have you been enjoying it?
I got it.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, he says. I mean,
I only did like one quest.
Honestly,
go back and play more Skyrim.
Honestly, yeah. Skyrim is better than it, and don't get me wrong, the detail and quality of it is great for a mobile game. I enjoy it because of a mobile game, but I also deleted it a day after because of how it was played and how small the screen was. I basically had to wear my glasses the entire time.
Wait, on the Switch?
It's on the Switch?
It's on the Switch?
Yes.
Switch?
That's what I was saying.
What?
What?
Yeah, it's
What?
on the Switch. It's free.
Why?
When did they bring it to the Switch?
I'm gonna be right back, guys.
And we've lost John officially. John's gone. John dipped. We lost John. Oh my gosh. I mean, my thing is this.
I thought you guys... Wait, what was that?
What, you thought we knew?
Yeah, I thought you guys knew what I was talking about.
I had no idea. What
No,
was
I
on the Switch.
mean-
I thought it was stuck on phones.
Like, we know what you're talking about. Like, we know exactly what you're talking about. But the thing
John
about
just
it
found
is...
it on
You
the
thought I was
eShop.
talking about mobile?
But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, heck no.
But my thing is this, like, Blades is still a disappointment in my eyes. Like, at the end of the day, it's
I mean,
still...
I never heard of it until I found it on the Switch.
Well, if it's on the Switch,
Really?
then there's a
Because-
potential. Well, go ahead,
Blade's
Santi.
Blade's got a lot of negative press for how egregious the ads were and how unfriendly it was for free-to-play players. To make any kind of progress, you really had to dump money into it, and so that's why I got such a bad rap. That's why all of us were like, "What are you doing? Like,
Yeah, why are you doing this to
yourself?"
Francis, before I download this game, can I move my character with the analog stick, or
Yes.
is it?
The only thing that's different is that in combat, you're stuck against one person, and then you pull the stick down to block, and then right and left triggers to attack.
Yeah, so it's basically the mobile fighting combat that it had, but with more free movement.
Yeah.
See, at the
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
but my thing is, I get it. Like, it's a free game, but you're better off either A, playing Warframe, like, honestly, with all the issues Warframe's been having recently, you're better off playing that free game, or just play Skyrim, like, for that Elder Scrolls feel, and also for, an actual genuine experience. Like, I mean, hey, if you're enjoying Blades, play Blades, but, like, just because it's free doesn't mean it's worth keeping. That's all I'll say.
I don't know. I'm just giving it the time because, I mean, shoot, it was free, and I just found out about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, give it your respected time. I mean, dude, I played Jedi Fallen Order against my actual, sensibility, and now I know I'm not going to trust EA anymore. Like, even further than I already don't. So sometimes it just requires that we play games. I mean, at the same time, everyone has different opinions. There are games that some people like, some people don't like. So, I mean, if you end up finding things you like about it, dude, that's awesome. That's good. And I respect it.
I mean, if I find out that you don't have to put money into it anymore, then I'll probably play more.
Yeah.
When I downloaded it, it gave me a free jewel pack.
That's not good.
I assume that it's not changed.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
First hit's always free, John.
I know.
Yeah.
The first hit's always free.
It's always free.
Oh gosh. But yeah, no, I mean, and here's the funny thing. I've been scouring the eShop this entire time. I didn't even notice it once, so that kind of tells you that not a lot of people are playing that game. Not a lot of people are giving it a shot.
Well, it's cool that he actually is like changing it up and seeing what he can play. So I'm glad you brought it up. I'm glad you brought it up.
I mean, I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was a mobile game, so.
Man, and that's funny. The fact that you didn't hear about the mobile version, which is like the dumpster fire that started this entire cascade, that's what's surprising to me, because that was pretty big.
I 100% gave the mobile like a try, because I am an Elder Scrolls fan. But like when I played, I couldn't dedicate enough
People
time.
are as mad about it as they were about Diablo Immortal.
I'd argue they're more pissed off about Immortal than they are about Blades.
We are.
Yeah, I'd say they're more pissed off, and yeah, let's not get into that. We'll save that for a Blizzard podcast version 2, because that's a whole different.
I'm gonna skip it.
We'll take a right turn down into Chrono Trigger podcast now.
Because because you've been playing that as of like last night, and now that you found it, like you're gonna just hype on that.
I am one thing I didn't realize back then, but I realized it now. It has Dragon Ball sound effects.
Really?
What?
I don't remember that.
Like, I was like, wait a minute, these sounds sound so familiar. And I was like, wait a minute, that's the punch sound from Dragon Ball, and like the sword sound, and like all these other sound effects. I'm like, it's just time travel. Time traveling Dragon Ball, really. I'm like, you got your Bulma character. You got your Goku looking character. Like, Chrono's just like, he looks like Goku but with red hair.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what happens when you have, a set style. Your characters have that aesthetic look to them from character to character. Like, gosh,
like, I'm all in. All in.
If we're gonna talk about anime mangaka who have worked on video games, like I've been eyeing Sakura Wars for so long because the character design is by Taito Kubo, who did Bleach. Yeah. So Taito Kubo did the character designs for Sakura Wars, and I'm just like, I've been watching streamers play it, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Never mind. This isn't gonna be. It's just not my type of game. You know, it's weird. Like Taito Kubo puts his name on a game, and you're like, I don't know. Akira Toriyama puts his name on a game, and you're like, I'm playing this forever.
I mean, I've played Dragon Quest. I've played Blue Dragon. I've played Chrono Trigger.
Yeah. So here's a shocker, because none of you would have ever known that I've been playing my Vita up until me talking about it recently, because I haven't said anything about it up until today.
You talked about it about like a month ago, but I forgot about
that was like forever ago. But my Vita surprisingly has been keeping me sane. And funny enough, you'd never guess the game that I've been playing that like just brought back major nostalgia that's keeping me sane during this quarantine.
Crisis Core.
No, it's not Crisis Core actually.
Crisis Core is on the PSP. Is it on the Vita?
No, it's on the PSP. I have that too, but I haven't been playing Crisis Core as of recent.
I miss Crisis Core. Ratchet and Clank.
No, heck no. No, I'm not a Ratchet and Clank player.
Jack and Daxter.
Jack and Daxter.
Okay, that's a better guess, but no. I've been playing this it is the first ever PSP game I've ever played.
SOCOM?
No. That's a good guess though. SOCOM, is it Navy SEALs Team 6? It's something like that. That SOCOM game for the PSP, I wish I could buy that right now. I wish I could pay for it.
I still have it. You want to play it?
Dude, it's Vita. Vita. I can't play it on the Vita. But I'm just like, dang it, I really wish I could play that game. No, I've been playing Potapon.
Your idea what that is?
You don't know what Potapon is.
That music game.
It's the rhythm game, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the dog with the beanie?
No. That's Parappa the Rappa. Potapon is the one where you have your tiny black characters. They're like an army of black tribemen.
And they have giant eyeballs.
Yeah. It's basically, so remember Full Metal Alchemist? We had the being in the flask. I can't remember his actual title. Huh?
He was just called Homunculus.
Well, there was, he also had another name, but it was, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, though. The black mist with the eye. Yeah, so the characters look basically like that, but they're tribal. Yeah, they're tribal characters. And they're basically on this quest, and they're fighting against, like, rival tribes and dangerous monsters, and, like, at one point you fight...
This was a rhythm game?
This was yes, and it had sequels and everything.
Was this a Sony exclusive?
Yes, actually.
Oh, that's why.
So remember when we were playing PlayStation All Stars? Remember when we played PlayStation All Stars and we had stage hazards on and we were fighting at Hades' level, where Hades was like slamming down?
Yeah, and then it transitioned into that weird thing, and I was like, "What is happening?"
Yeah, that's Potapon. Those characters attacking Hades was from Potapon. Yeah, and I've been playing it, and it's crazy. Like, I hadn't played the game in so long, like in forever long. And I picked it up, and I was like, should I start again? And I was like, no, I don't think I will. And for some strange reason, from just clicking on the game, I automatically remembered pon. Like I was remembering square, 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 circle, 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 square, circle. Like you have to rock with it. Like, people who watched me growing up with my original PSP, if I was ever playing Potapon, you always thought I was a weirdo, because I would just be shaking my shoulders as I'm pressing the button, because you have to. Like, you have to be on rhythm. And it was just, dude, it was nostalgic. And I was like, holy crap, I'm having the time of my life. And it's just like, oh god, I miss these games. I wish it was on the, like, I don't say this for a lot of handheld games, but Potapon was a game I wish I could play on my PlayStation 4 right now.
That's kind of funny, because remember in Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Of course.
You had trouble with the rhythm stuff there?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. But you want to know what's different between Potapon and the rhythm? I wouldn't even say they're rhythm games, but you want to know what's different between Potapon and those mini games?
Right.
The beats never increase in speed. It's always in the background you'll hear these like bongs and drums being hit, and it's basically your metronome. It's you timing up with the metronome, and so it's consistent. The only thing about the original, and this is the first one, this isn't 2 or 3, the only issue when it came to the first Potapon was when your tribemen were about to attack. Like, their eyes would get angry, like they're ready to attack whatever's in front of them. The issue is, as soon as they raise their weapons, if you start the attack chant again, because you have to keep the rhythm going, they stop attacking. And I'm like, no, just keep doing the motion. And it's tough. But at the end of the day, it's like the rhythm, when you hit fever mode and they just start like, oh my gosh. If you guys have never played Patapon, watch it. Like, watch 15 minutes of Patapon gameplay against a boss. Like, watch Patapon 1, boss number 2, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's so much fun. It's weird. I'm terrible with rhythm games. I hate rhythm games. But Patapon, it becomes kind of like an action adventure game, and you forget that it's a rhythm game. It's just really weird. I like it.
Yeah.
To get the Legend of Zelda version of Crypt of the Necro Dancer on the Switch.
Oh my gosh, is it Cadence of Hyrule? That's what it's called, right?
Yes, Cadence of Hyrule. That's what it's called. I heard it was actually pretty good, so I'm tempted to get it.
I was watching some streamers.
I also heard it was good.
Yeah, I watched some streamers play it, and the music is just phenomenal. Watching that gameplay alongside the Zelda music is just holy crap. But
one game that's been keeping me sane, and I don't think you guys know about it. I've been playing a lot of Division 2 on my PC.
Oh, we've noticed. You've noticed.
Such a good game.
The DLC, was it the Warlords of New York or something?
Yeah, I got the DLC, and I was working my way through, because a lot of the people that I talked to, they're all like, you got to go through the original campaign before you do Warlords, because Warlords is worth the original campaign. Some people thought that the original campaign wasn't as good as Warlords, because Warlords is a whole new campaign in the old Division 1 map.
So Warlords just basically continues the story from Division 1, right?
Yeah. So what it is basically it fills in what happens after Division 1. And I created a character, and I was just like, I want to see the intro. I don't want to watch it on like YouTube. I want to see it for myself. So I pulled it up. I made a new character, and when you do the Warlords campaign, you actually skip from whatever level you are to above 25 or something like that. And that way you can use all the abilities and stuff like that. And you're given like this basic loadout and stuff, but you're going through it and everything is just happening. But what it does is it speeds up the first campaign, so you don't go through any of the other stuff. You just immediately go above that campaign in sequence, so you don't get the progression of the story at all. So that's why people tell you to go through the campaign before you do the Warlords.
So basically how they handled Destiny when it came to Forsaken.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Very much that way.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because, like, part of me still regrets not playing Division 2. It looked a lot better to me than Division 1, and I was really contemplating it, but at the end of the day, I was just like, it's not... I'm interested, but I'm not sold. And...
So Warlord sold me. When I was a big Division 2 fan when it was coming out, I was just like, I'm getting it no matter what. It looks bad, but I'm gonna get it. It looks better than Division 1 which is why I was getting it. And when I was getting it, I realized that, oh man, this is the exact same game, just with better weapons and stuff like that. That's it. And then Warlords came out, and it just stepped it up for me, and I was just like, I'm interested now. Like, I want to play this. And it goes with groups of 4. So if you guys get it, it's over. The amount of abilities you have in this new one, amazing. Grenade launchers, robots, you have all sorts of things at your disposal.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. Like, I'm trying to think of games that have come out with like expansions or DLC that's really been adding on to what's been keeping me sane.
Iceborne.
Well, I mean recently. Because, like, yeah, I mean, if you're talking in general, like, Iceborne and the Celebration upgrade for Battlefront 2 have been, like, the 2 games that have dominated my time. But now that I think about it, it's like, this is the perfect time for... And, I mean, of course, this is coming from the consumer perspective and not the creator perspective, but, like, this is the perfect time for content to be dropped, where it's just like, hey... Here's this, what am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? It's not DLC. I literally just said the word.
Expansion?
Thank you. Expansion. Yeah, here's an expansion to the game that you've been waiting for a long time. have fun. You know, and it's hard because in the current situation, developers are having a difficult time, you know, creating for their games. Like, one game I said this before the quarantine, I was just like, you know, one game I think I'm going to start putting more time back into again was Warframe, and then I was just like, nope, never mind. I'm good. I can't. The game, funny enough, the game that used to take all of my time is the game I'm giving no time to anymore. And it's just, it sucks. That, and then, like, my fighting games. I have not been playing my fighting games since this all has started. Like, Santi and I played Tekken once, and it was for literally, like, 2 or 3 matches. And then we were just so tired, we stopped. KI we played for the first time last night. No, 2 nights ago?
2 nights ago.
Yeah, 2 nights ago.
In a long time.
Yeah, and it's just like, I forgot how good it felt to play fighting games. Because the hard thing is, it's like, it's a very easy to play, you know, fighting games with my friends when we're at the same place and we're just playing couch co-op with one another. But having to play online, it just makes it so much harder. And it makes me, you know, it made me realize, like, I'm losing the thing that made playing fighting games fun for me. Like, I never bought a fighting game to play it by myself.
Social interaction.
Yeah, and so I'm just like, great. All of my fighting games, because that's what my PlayStation's for. My PlayStation is the den of fighting games, and it just feels dead. Like, the only reason why my PlayStation still sees playtime is because Monster Hunter is on there and because Battlefront 2 is on there. Like, it's gotten to the point where I'm even, like, now that I've upgraded my PS3 with the terabyte, and all the infamous games are going to be back on there, Just Cause 2 is going to be on there, you know, all of these games I used to play by myself, at this point I'm like, alright, I'm just going to play these. Like, my Xbox One, which has the entire Mass Effect trilogy, I'm like, alright, I'm just going to go back and play these. Like, it's nice because I get to spend this time playing games I haven't played in a while, but it sucks because the games I want to play, I kind of lost the purpose to play them. Funny enough, too, it's like, a game I thought I would never touch again crossed my mind, and I actually am contemplating on playing Skyrim again.
No.
Like,
after talking about Blades, I got really close to just turning it on. I was just like, ooh, I want to play Skyrim now.
Yeah, like, I'm very, very close to just casually playing through Skyrim again. And the only reason why is because we don't know when this quarantine is going to end, which means that I have to rely on online play with you guys for, like, a long time. And unfortunately, you know, we're not, you know, millionaires or high-class streamers who are making so much money that we can have, like, the greatest internet in the world. So... yeah. Sometimes the internet just sucks so bad that you just can't play with your friends. And it's like, well, what do you do then?
I mean, if anybody's watched our Battlefront streams, they definitely know we have internet issues.
Oh, no. Battlefront isn't where it shows up. Mortal Kombat is where it'll show up.
Monster Hunter.
And Monster Hunter, yeah. That's where it hits us the hardest.
It felt real bad.
Like, and that's what sucks, is it's like the games we love to play, the gameplay is ruined just because we just don't have the internet for it. And, like, not that there's anything against Skyrim. Skyrim is great for what it does for people, but the issue I have with Skyrim is that it's not... Most journeys have an end. They have an end, or they have, like, a kind of a cliffhanger ending that's just like, where will this journey go? Nobody knows. But for Skyrim, it's literally an infinite loop. You play the game, you do everything you can until you've gotten either A, super overpowered, or B, bored out of your mind, and then you just restart a whole new character, and then you just roleplay it out. Like, the only way you survive in Skyrim is by roleplaying. So if I'm gonna play as an evil guy, I have to continuously keep up the facade of being the evil guy in order to continue to have fun. And it's just like, can't I just play anything else? Is this the only game that gives me what I'm looking for?
I recently, when I was playing it on the Switch, that was the first time I completed all of the like groups that you can be in on base game. Mm-hmm. And except for the vampires, I didn't do that. I did the werewolf, I did the Thieves Guild, and I did the Mage Guild. And the Mage Guild had an amazing storyline that I never knew existed. And I was just like, wow, I just played that. I still haven't even touched Dawnguard. As long as it's been out, I have not touched it.
I haven't touched Dawnguard either, even though I have special edition on my PlayStation.
You guys, geez, are missing out.
I heard it was an excellent story. I heard it was a great story. I still haven't touched it. I just did on my Switch. I was doing the Dragonborn DLC.
I haven't even finished Dragonborn DLC.
Oh, it's so good. Well, heck.
That's debatable.
I take that back. 1 sec.
Like for me, it's just when you have that that mystery of not have playing the game before, you know, of not playing the Dawn Guard DLC or playing the Dragonborn DLC, like that's cool because it gives you something to come back to. You know, it still has that mystery of, okay, Skyrim still has stuff to offer. But for me, it's like, I've played Dawn Guard, which, by the way, choosing vampires is the dumbest thing you could ever do in your life. Please don't.
Oh, I know. I've watched those videos.
Yeah, just don't.
No.
If you want to be a vampire, play a vampire game. Don't play Skyrim. And then there's Dawn Guard, and then there's Dragonborn, which, I mean, in my personal opinion, sorry, excuse me.
One thing I liked about Dragonborn, and Santi, this is a spoiler, but the game's been out forever.
Hey, it's still a spoiler. You got to be careful.
You get the ability to call in a dragon and ride the dragon.
Oh, I've known that for ages.
Okay, so that is something cool, but also it is kind of buggy. Like the entire time
I've seen videos.
You're like staring at the dragon. I'm like, hello, come down here, please.
Yeah.
One of the problems I had with Dragonborn when I started playing it is that, like, oh cool, there's this new kind of armor, Solstheim or whatever, and then I look at it, I'm like, oh, it's so much more worse than my dragon armor.
It's a blue iron armor is what it is.
And I was like, why would I ever bother with this?
Yeah. Like, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, if there is any game that I would have to return to that would definitely keep me sane during quarantine and probably keep me playing for a long time, and also was in the fantasy world, I'd just go back to Dragon Age Inquisition, honestly. I would just go back to Inquisition. Because the thing about, like, and this is the thing, like, again, when it comes to Skyrim, sure, a huge community of people love Skyrim. Once upon a time, I did too. But the thing about it is, it goes back to what I'm saying, like, it's not really a journey. Because Skyrim is one of the shortest games I have ever played. Like, I think Skyrim's actual story is shorter than Devil May Cry 5. What
keeps people in Skyrim is the modding community.
Exactly. But my thing with modding, though, is it's like, I shouldn't have to use mods to make a game better. You know what game I don't need to mod that keeps that fantasy experience going and I have a great time with it? Dragon Age Inquisition. The only downside with Dragon Age Inquisition, and this is like a personal thing, is that outfits and like costume and attire customization sucks. Like, it is not the best. Like, in a game where you expect to wear the goofiest of outfits or the most BA of armor, it's very meh. Which sucks. But at the end of the day, it's like, if I want a good fantasy adventure that features, like, what is it, 11 dragons? It's either 11 or 12 dragons. Unfortunately.
The dragon fights are so fun.
I want more dragons in that game. I was telling Francis when I was playing that, I wanted to fight all the dragons before I got to the boss.
I saved the dragons.
No, I definitely did not save the dragons.
You need that bone, dude. You gotta get good material.
Yeah, no, I went after their heads.
First time I tried fighting a dragon, I got wrecked. I was like, oh, I was by no means ready for this fight. I thought this was going to be a Skyrim dragon. I was very, very wrong.
My next run, mage run. I'm doing a mage run next.
Yeah, I still have to do my mage run too, that's what I'm saying.
I've only done mage runs.
Oh, I know you have.
Right.
Francis did a mage run.
But here's my thing, though. The game incentivizes you to want to try out new runs. Like, in Skyrim, it's like there's no incentive to do a mage run or, you know, a sword run or things like that. There's no real incentive other than the role-playing aspect. It's like, cool, you're going to role-play it out. But for Dragon Age, I mean, here's the thing, and I don't know if any of you guys know this. I'm sure at least one of us knows this, but there's a true ending to the game that requires a specific run. You have to be a specific gender of a specific race with a specific class. And I'm like, dang, I kind of want to do that too. Like, the game, because dialogue changes. From being this race to being that race, from being this class to that class. You could be a human mage or you could be a human, you know, rogue. Your experience is different dialogue-wise between the two. there'll be the racial discussions where it's like, ah, you're just a human, you don't understand. But then there's also the whole class-based discussion where it's like, ugh, a dirty mage. What's he going to do? Put me under your spell? Get out of here. But then you come back to that same point in the story as like a knight or as a rogue, and they're like, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Hey, I got you. Here's a little potion. Take it. Don't even worry about it.
That's the only experience I've ever experienced in games.
What?
The night one where, hey bro, you want a potion? I got you.
Yeah.
Man.
It's like, your armor looks pretty good. Here's a potion.
And when I was a rogue, I normally just stole the potion anyway.
So, dang, I think that might be something I'll actually do is, I might revisit Inquisition.
And finish my last run.
Yeah.
I stopped in the middle when my PS4 broke.
Because I'm pretty sure...
Guys,
what happened?
have you guys ever seen the YouTube video, Jerk Inquisitor?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Hilarious.
It is
Was that
great.
It's so funny.
Those classic funny moments. Oh gosh. But yeah, no, like the thing for me is the fact that it's like, all right, I beat Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I still got to go back and do hard mode and do all the other stuff like that, and eventually I will one of these days. But other than that, it's like, I mean, I'm sure I'm playing KOTOR on stream right now, and that's going to be having me preoccupied for the moment. But other than that, it's like, what story game am I playing? Like, I know I have to play The Witcher. I have to play Witcher 3. I have to play through it. But there's something that's been just nagging me, and I think it's because of what quarantine has been doing to us mentally, where we need nostalgia. Like, whereas before quarantine, we complained about how nostalgia can be toxic, you know, and how it can really drive issues into our lives at sometimes. Yeah. Especially as gamers. Nostalgia can kill us before it could heal us. But there's something about being in the quarantine that it's like, what do you need? Do you want this new game that's coming out? No, dude. I just want to play the old stuff. I want to go back to the old days. Because it's like, you know, when we're younger, we don't get out the house that often. What are we doing when we're young and out the house? We're usually just at the shopping mall or in the grocery store with our families. Or doing sports. Or at school. Like, we don't really have a life outside of being at home. And so to go back to that comfort, I think that's what's keeping us sane. Because thinking about it, the games that we've been playing during quarantine that have kept us sane, how many of them are completely new things that we've never experienced before?
Not really.
Yeah.
None.
Like,
I mean, Ice Sport, like, that's been out for a while now.
But I mean, have you played previous Monster Hunter games?
No.
Yeah. So like Monster Hunter is one thing, a game that we didn't grow up, because I don't think any of us grew up playing Monster Hunter. The closest thing that I got to playing quote-unquote Monster Hunter was playing Phantasy Star Portable. And I think it was Monster Hunter 3. And
Monster Hunters were always on like handhelds, and they were never new user friendly ever.
Yeah.
I've been playing a couple others, but because of school, I haven't like touched into it in depth. I was playing Mutant, Road to Eden, Magicka 2. I've been playing a bunch of new ones that I just haven't played at all, and I've been just trying to change it up. I mean, Citadel Forged in Fire is one of the games that's on my top shelf list that I've been playing, and that's a game I stay away from, and it's still a fun game in my opinion.
So, and that's what I'm talking about, yeah, because it's like, when I say new, I don't mean like an actual new game. I mean new in gameplay style. Like, sure, I've been playing fighting games, but I've been playing fighting games all my life, so that's nothing new.
Yeah, Citadel Forged in Fire is something that's like new to me, because I don't play like the survival kind of games where you have to go out. Not like Minecraft. Citadel Forged in Fire, there are enemies everywhere, and you have to go get wood. And this is for a workbench, and this is in like a fantasy world, so you have magic, and you have to, you have to fight monsters to level up and build things to level up and be better. And this is a game I've never touched. It's sort of like Ark Survival, where you have nothing. You're basically skin dry at the beginning, and you have to make all your stuff and then train monsters while you're doing it.
Gotcha. And then I mean, like Francis brought up that you brought up that you were playing like Elder Scrolls Blades, so that's like a new style of game. Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's like what I would really love to just sit down, you know, have a cup of tea and just play. I would love to play card games again. Like, I want to go back and play Teppen. I haven't played Teppen, God, in maybe 2 months.
I have an idea.
What's up?
Let's buy Uno.
No.
Play it for stream. Come
No,
on.
I'm not.
It's only $5.
Sure.
I think one thing I might do is I might just put Burnout Paradise in my PS4 and just drive throughout that world. Because always one thing I used to love doing all the time.
It's just cruising.
Yeah, just cruising in Burnout Paradise, listen to that soundtrack.
Yeah. I think for me, because I mean, we come in here talking about the games that have been keeping us sane, and now we kind of have to leave thinking about what games we're going to play, you know, in the future. Because, like I said, we don't know how long this is going to go. So we have to kind of start to ask ourselves, you know, what can we play that's going to just, you know, keep our sanity? And it's like, I think for me, I'm just gonna go back to nostalgia. I think I'm gonna go back and play Mass Effect, even though like we're gonna stream Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 and Andromeda in November. You know, like even though we're gonna stream certain games, I think I'm still gonna go back and play those games again. Like at some point, I'm just gonna have to like cut the cord and just play The Witcher 3 and just get it over with. I mean, I'm not gonna play Witcher 1 and 2. It's just not gonna happen. But
it's not worth it. It's not worth the hate.
Oh, most definitely not. And so for me, it's like I want to play the new games that I haven't played yet. I want to be able to beat them. I think, to my knowledge, every game I've started, I've beaten, except for Horizon Zero Dawn, which I'm never gonna get around to beating, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Francis.
That's fine.
Yeah, maybe after I've beaten literally everything else, I'll go back and play it for, you know, finishing sake. But for me, and you know what, and I've noticed this, it's a trend that I think it's a me personal thing, that I've been leaning on nostalgia to keep me safe and sane during these times. Because even at the anime I've been watching, I've been rewatching the Bleach anime for God knows how many times. Like,
you're absolute madman.
Yeah, this and the thing is, I challenged myself to do something new with it. I think that's what it is. I think what is keeping me sane is that I'm returning to old things, but doing something new. Because, like, Santi, I told you, I'm rewatching all of Bleach, but this is the first time I'm ever watching all of Bleach with the filler. Like, there was some filler that I've watched, but this is the first time I'm watching every single episode of Bleach. All 366 episodes. And it's insane, but at the same time, there's something joyful that's coming from it, because people will notice who follow me personally on Instagram. Like, I've not just been watching Bleach, but I've been drawing Bleach. Like, I've been reading the manga at the same time. And so it's like, I'm returning, yes, to old things, but I'm doing something new with it. Heck, on stream, I was playing KOTOR, and on the very first mission, like the very first space they allow you to play in, not including the ship, like, I discovered something new. I found a place that I never even explored when I first played the game. And I think for me, like, personally, going forward, that's what's going to keep me sane, is going back, playing these games that I've loved growing up, but I'm going to do something different. I'm going to be a mage in Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm going to do, what is it? It's not biotic. What is the name when you use your powers in Mass Effect? I can't remember what the class is called, because I always did engineer or
adept.
I think it's adept. It might be adept. So I'm gonna do an adept run. You know, I'm not gonna
Vanguard run when I did that. That was a fun run.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a sniper who hides in the shadows or an engineer who's using tech. Like, I'm gonna start using abilities in Mass Effect. On stream, I'm probably not.
Soldier until I discovered the Vanguard class.
Vanguard is king. Vanguard is god. You know, what other games? Like, maybe I'll go back to Skyrim and I'll do a mage run of Skyrim. You know, you guys know me. You know that I am not a magic person. But now is probably the best time, if ever, for me to just take the time to go back and play as that magic user and have fun with it. Because I know for me, nostalgia is a very awkward thing, but nostalgia with a twist is no longer nostalgia. It becomes something new. And I think that's what's keeping, or at least what is going to keep me sane during the quarantine. What about you guys?
I think I can actually agree. because I think I was telling you before, like just one night while we were playing. When it came to the Switch, I was looking for a game that was very God of War-esque, that hack and slash style game, and I also think that's what got me so into Monster Hunter. It's like my new hack and slash game, and that's why I've pretty much like up to 800 hours already.
Right.
And why I still
Wow. I just broke 100 hours on Monster Hunter.
Not lying, Santi.
Yeah, like
yeah.
you're
Like,
rivaling.
I knew he was up there, but I didn't realize he was almost at 1,000 hours.
Yeah, he's rivaling the hours that I've put in collective into Warframe. Like, those are madman hours.
That's actually the funny thing too. I told you guys this too. I think I reached my peak in that game.
For Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
Oh, we've noticed.
I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
I haven't changed anything.
Oh, Francis.
I found my set.
Aren't there new monsters coming? Is there not anything drawing you to that game anymore?
Oh, there actually is, but they delayed it, I think.
Yeah, Alatreon got delayed for a couple months.
They're also locked behind high MR.
Yeah. So, but I mean, Francis is there. He's at that 100, close to 150 mark, right?
I thought he was almost 200.
For what?
For Master Rank?
Rank?
Yeah.
No, I'm 220.
Okay, so then there you go. So yeah, he like, for the new monsters, you're already like cleared.
I'm ready.
Yeah, you're already ready for that.
Yeah, for me, I have to grind my MR.
A be like that sometimes.
I just barely got my HR to 50.
But if you like, if you're still looking for like that not dark, if you're looking for that God of War feel, especially on the Switch, like check out Darksiders. It's
I
not.
did see that.
You did, yeah. Like, it's not for me personally. It's not my cup of tea. But there's no denying that Darksiders has a legacy for being amazing and having an amazing community who love it. So, like, you can give that a shot too. You may end up loving it just as much, if not more, than God of War.
I got it free on PS4.
Yeah. What were you saying, Santi?
Yeah, that's a good price.
I was gonna say, yeah, I totally agree with what you were saying, because like outside of Monster Hunter, I've just been all playing games I've played before. Like, I've been leaning heavily on that nostalgia.
Yeah. What's your plan for the future? Are you just gonna keep hanging on to the nostalgia, or are you gonna try to find something new?
I'm definitely gonna get that new Paper Mario game when it comes out in July.
Yeah.
July 21st.
And that's the funny thing. It still goes back to what I said. Clinging to that nostalgia, but with something new.
It's something new, because like Super Paper Mario came out and like I liked it, but I was also disappointed that they took away the turn-based combat from Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. And from the trailer, it looks like they're bringing it back, and like I really like how they're mixing in origami with like the paper art style.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
I think that's a smart one.
Like for now, I'm probably just gonna keep going with Monster Hunter and Chrono Trigger. And if I beat Chrono Trigger, I might just go back and play Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, because that's easily one of the greatest RPGs of all time. And I don't think people give it enough credit.
Are you gonna beat it in one night again?
No. You can't beat Superstar Saga in one night. That's a long game.
Well, what was the game that you beat in one night then?
Luigi's Mansion.
There you go. It was Luigi's Mansion.
I beat it in one night. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start it, and then I stayed up for like 10 hours straight and just 100%ed it.
Hey, I mean, I did that with Detroit. Oh god, that's another game I have to go back and play. I have to do a chat run of Detroit Become Human.
You do
backseat gaming at Detroit? That'd be fun.
Yeah,
that'd be a lot of fun.
The Gauntlet of Gaming's backseat. Yeah, look out for that if you're listening. Look out for backseat gaming, Detroit Become Human. That'll be interesting.
And maybe some backseat gaming with Outer Worlds.
Oh yes, Outer Worlds is another good one that we should do. But yeah, John, what are your plans? Future sanity with gaming through quarantine, or future sanity in quarantine through gaming. There we go.
Well, I guess when I don't have work, I'll probably just. I mean, I've been trying a new game, and it's been pretty popular as of late on Twitch, and that is Valorant. So, and I got a beta drop for it from watching one guy play it, and I was just like, okay, let's try it out. And no, the first game I had, some guy yelled at me for being trash, and I'm all like, what? Okay, I'm trash. And what's really cool about that is actually I looked at articles about how they're handling it, and they're actually handling it by enforcing a lot of rules with toxic people in that game, because it's that kind of game that will piss people off. And, you know, games make people mad sometimes. Rage quit is a thing. We can't ignore these things. And the people who get above and beyond rage quit, where they're making fun of people for being garbage and trash and stuff like that, they're actually trying to figure out ways to stop that. And I think that's kind of cool for Valorant, because it's a new game, except it's got the same playstyle as CSGO. And that's just the one game I've been trying that's new to me. I played CSGO, but I sucked at CSGO. But Valorant, I'm all like, okay, maybe I can give it more than just one game. So I've been trying to do that, but I think I'll basically just go back to playing. Like right now, nostalgic-wise, if we're talking nostalgia, I've been playing Diablo 2 again as a necromancer, because I really just want to keep playing that game. I want to get so good where nothing even touches me. But yeah, I think I've been sticking with Diablo 2 as of late. Like when I'm not hanging out with you guys on Battlefront or Monster Hunter, I'm playing Diablo 2 on my computer. That's what I'm doing.
Nice. So yeah, I guess we all have marching orders for the future. I really hope that we can one day just come back together and play games again. Because, like, Lord knows we need to play more Fusion Frenzy. That's for sure.
Malik needs to get his revenge for the 10 points.
Almost definitely. We definitely gotta.
Right?
What's up?
Did you post that last one?
No, I haven't gotten around to posting that stuff yet. Yeah, I think 2 out of the 4. So yeah, like we got to play more games like that, and
we still got to post Francis's fighting game experience there.
Oh my gosh, yes, the Gauntlet. We still have to do that.
Very curious how many views we're gonna get for that.
But another thing is, it's like I miss playing Power Rangers. Like I miss playing fun fighting games where it's like, you know, because when people play Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter or Tekken, like oftentimes or even Marvel, like things just get really heated because it's just like, you know, these are the fighting games. Like people get mad, people get overzealous, you know, things just happen. But when you're playing games like Power Rangers or Smash Bros, yes, I lumped Smash Bros in there. When you're playing Dragon Ball Fighters or even Killer Instinct, you know, games where it's like win or lose, you're playing with awesome characters you love and you're having a fun time, and the music sometimes kicks butt. And actually, no, for those 4 games, like the music always kicks butt. You know, like there are those fun fighting games, and it's like, you know, they're only really fun for me when I play with friends, because it's like my days of being a competitor as a gamer, they're gone. Like I don't play online for competition, and the day when I eventually have to play fighting games on stream and I end up playing online, I'm just gonna be like, ugh, I'm getting yelled at by everyone and everything sucks and this isn't the fun. You know, this isn't why I play fighting games. So, you know, well, we don't know what the future looks like, but all I can say is my future looks like it's going to be full of gaming. Gaming and nostalgia. But hey, at the end of the day, it's all good. Especially since now that my PlayStation 3 is somewhat still alive, you know, I get to go back and play Infamous. I think that's what I'm most excited for. I haven't played the original Infamous and Infamous 2 in so long. So, who knows? I may just go off the net and just have someone else take over streams while I go play the old games. Oh, man. Or maybe that's what June will be. June will just be nostalgia month. We'll see. Who knows? But anyways, that's been us talking about what's been keeping us sane during the quarantine, as well as other things. We had some other casual stuff that we talked about in there as well. We'll be, by the time you're listening to this, well, actually won't be streaming because this will be out on Sunday. But we're still in Star Wars month, so we're still in May. So I'll be playing KOTOR. Yay. I haven't been upset about it yet, so who knows? I might actually end up having a lot more fun than I expected. And then I don't know what Star Wars game I'll play after that. I think after that is probably when we will prep for Galactic Conquest, which is going to be a beefy few hours and days of streaming. So this is going to be interesting. So make sure you stick around for Star Wars content. I'm gonna finish up sending out that Final Fantasy VII Remake content so I can start posting other things. Right now, rendering has been very difficult due to just everything is being done with a laptop that at this point has no space left. So I'm trying to do everything I can, but just got to be a little more patient and things will come out. We'll see some variety soon. And yeah, there's going to be some changes actually. There's going to be changes to the quality of videos, changes to the quality of streams, podcasts, everything. You know, as time goes by, with the time that we have during the quarantine, I'm trying to use this time to just improve on things, make life easier, make life cleaner. So who knows? We'll see what the future holds, but for now, all we can do is just continue to live our lives, be the best us we can be, and remember at the end of the day that we gotta suck less. We seriously have to suck less.
Speaking of sucking less, I just want to give a quick little shout out to this one commenter on one of our MVC2 videos who said, your button mashing is bad and you should feel bad.
You should see mine.
I think about you every night.
I think about you every night. Hey, I mean, at the end of the day, we are the Gauntlet of Gaming. We are a community of casuals. And if we're having fun, that's all that matters. And if you're not having fun, then why are you here?
Why are you watching our videos?
Why are you like this?
Let's make them suffer.
Make them suffer with more. You know what? I know how to make them suffer. I'm gonna do a live stream with the arcade stick.
Oh no.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm whipping out the arcade stick. You thought button mashing on controller was bad? Oh boy, you're in for a real treat. And you know what I'm gonna play? I'm gonna play Dragon Ball Fighters with arcade stick.
No, why are you like this?
Have you even tried that?
I've done it before. It hurt a lot. It hurt a lot. No, you know what, Santi? I'll take it a step further. I'm gonna play Marvel 3 with arcade stick.
I hate you.
There you go.
I liked Mortal Kombat with the fight stick. That was fun.
I can't do that. I'm never again. Tekken? Yes.
So fun.
I can play Tekken with arcade stick. I cannot do Mortal Kombat with arcade. Mortal Kombat for me was not designed for arcade stick. When it came to 11, it's just not. It's designed for controller at this point. But hey, everyone plays their games differently. Some people play games with bananas. It'd be like that sometimes. But anyways, that's been us. This has been the Gauntlet of Gaming. My name is Malik.
I'm Francis.
I'm John.
I'm Santiago.
And never forget that these hands are rated E.
For everyone.
And yeah, we'll see you all later. Bye!
Bye.